Look, today we're reacting to.
The storyline of Fortnite for years has been incredibly complicated to understand, but we have finally gotten our clearest timeline of the storyline than ever before. And to be clear, this isn't just a recap for Chapter 3, this is everything you need to know in a single video, whether it's your first time ever seeing the storyline or if you've been a die-hard fan. Welcome to the entire Fortnite Chapter 2 storyline explained. Now, there's a few things you have to know first before this story begins, and those are the basic core points to the world of Fortnite. When Chapter 1 first began, this island seemed like a normal sandbox video game map that was for a while until things just seemed out of place. Random bunkers would appear out of nowhere with no explanation. The island was always attacked by the most random things like a cube or a giant lizard. We knew something was wrong with this place, but we just couldn't figure out what. And then eventually, everything was revealed. You might be familiar with the Big Bang. This was the event that created everything we know. And in the Fortnite storyline, the Big Bang was caused by an energy known as the 0 point. It's essentially God. And so with an energy as powerful as this one, it attracts a lot of attention. And so for billions of years, the 0 point has had to protect itself. And as a permanent solution, it created an island with a deadly storm on it. In a universe full of unlimited realities, this is Reality Zero, the Fortnite Island. And so fast forward billions of years, and an organization known as the Imagined Order has taken over the island and gained control of the 0 point. They built a headquarters called the Bridge underneath the island and had impenetrable bunkers for easy access to the surface. For thousands of years, the Imagined Order learns more and more about the 0 point and uses its energy to create something called the Loop. Because the 0 point created every single reality in existence, the IO uses it as a portal and they just kidnap people from whatever reality they want. Yes, they bring random people to the island and trap them in this loop, which erases their memory, stops them from speaking, and forces them to fight each other over and over again for eternity. This is what creates Battle Royale. But there's one catch. If someone leaves the loop, it creates a clone of them and traps them in the loop instead, and that is called a snapshot. And so now you know the basics of how the Fortnite Island works. It is time to delve into the mind-bending story that Chapter 2 has revealed, where everything began to click at the end of Chapter 1. Over the years, the 0 point attracted many things to the island, but eventually it became too unstable and looked like it was on the verge of imploding. Luckily, there was a group of people who were brave enough to save it. This was the Seven, a mysterious group who are dedicated to protecting reality. You see, the Imagined Order don't know enough about the 0 point to contain it, so they send their field agent John Jones to manipulate the Seven into doing it for them.
What the 7 of us are attempting is very risky. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. When I hear this again, will it help me remember? Or once looped, will I be just as muted as the others? No matter, it seems the lengthy precautions worked. What I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording. And why now I find myself looped. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
And so it was the end. The entire Chapter 1 island was sucked into the 0 point and spat back out as a new refurbished island. Every single thing that was there in Season X is reorganized into a fresh new place to keep the 0 point and the bridge protected once more. The Seven's job was complete. And here we are, Fortnite Chapter 2. We don't have much time to admire the island because the Imagined Order have already sent a scout team named Ego to search for any problems. Nothing noteworthy happens until the end of Season 1 though, when a mysterious man named Midas appeared on the island. Midas is an ex-employee of the Imagined Order who decided that the loop and the whole kidnapping people to murder each other idea was, pretty unethical. So he recruits loopers from all around and turns them into secret agents who give him total surveillance of the island. He gets to work on a device that will push back the storm, destroy the loop, and free everyone trapped on the island. But while he's working on this device though, the Imagined Order don't exactly sit there and take it lightly. They create a war on the island between two teams named Ghost and Shadow to try and cause chaos and stop Midas from working on his device. But unfortunately, their plan fails, and Midas eventually completes the device. After months of waiting, he activates it and works just like a makeshift 0 point, eventually pushing back the storm, breaking the loop. And for a moment, everything is peaceful. He did it. While Midas worked hard, he didn't account for one thing, that the storm wasn't made by the Imagined Order. It's actually alive, and well, it doesn't exactly go down without a fight.
You even... Wait. Can you
And with the storm flooding the entire island and the loop being back under control, the Imagined Order can finally continue with their plan. But first, they have to deal with something. Now that's out of the way, their plan is in motion. Sure, they have control of the Zero Point, but the IO don't know enough about it to have true power over the universe. That's their end goal. But before they can get to that, a new threat presents themselves. You see, when the Zero Point created the Chapter 2 island, it used a lot of energy. And that energy attracted a cosmic being known as Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds. He has been making his way to the island for months, giving Thor enough time to summon the Avengers. So he brings them to the island and asks for their help. And Tony Stark realizes that if Galactus gets his hands on the Zero Point, it could destroy reality as we know it. So Stark builds rift beacons around the map over the course of the next few weeks, and uses them to bring his Stark Industries lab onto the island. He then uses Stark Industries to work on his plan to defeat Galactus. He gathers battle buses and upgrades them, fitting them with explosives, cannons, and lasers. So eventually, after months of preparation, we look up to the sky and see Galactus. He is no longer just a shining star in the distance. He is coming fast, and by the time Tony Stark finishes his plan, Galactus is already here.
Hey, welcome to the party. You look like someone who needs a jetpack. There you go. We gotta stop Galactus from eating the Zero Point. You are free, right?
And with Galactus minutes away from devouring reality, Tony Stark finally explains what his plan actually is to us.
I hacked your time loop thingy, made a few billion battle bus clones, and then turned them all into very powerful bombs. We need to get Galactus to eat as many buses as possible before he's done with the Zero Point. If everything goes right, it'll open a portal and send him back where he came from.
The Avengers help us throughout the event as we fight Galactus and his army of drones, until eventually...
Looks like he's taking the bait. Let's get you out of there. If this works, it's return to sender for all of us. And if it doesn't work, well, we had some laughs, right? Either way, you did good.
Well, the town and everything costs money. No, I got that.
Thank you, bus driver.
It is done. Galactus is defeated, the Avengers have returned home, the island is back to normal, and we are back on track. But there's just one problem. Galactus, in trying to eat the Zero Point, has exposed this.
They did it. We're still here.
Yeah, but the Zero Point is exposed. You have to go in somehow.
Last thing we need is another snapshot of me inside the loop.
No, the last thing we need is someone escaping the loop. You need to get in there and fix it.
Understood, man. I'm on it. Just need to stabilize the Zero Point, reseal the bridge, but not let anyone escape. Easy, right? Okay. Locate the best hunters across all of the eyes. Signatures. This better work.
Jones is instructed to use the Zero Point to travel between realities and recruit the best hunters in the universe to stop any loopers from escaping. Now he uses his trusty portal gun to protect it from being stuck in the loop and begins his search for hunters. On jump 15, he recruits Daryl and Michonne from The Walking Dead. By jump 31, he's got Ryu and Chun-Li from Street Fighter. And then when jump 42 comes around, he recruits one of the last hunters, Ripley and the Xenomorph from Alien. Jones jumps between realities 88 times while doing his job, leaving reality logs for the imagined order each time he finds a new hunter. But while he has been distracted doing this, the Zero Point has gotten more and more unstable. Eventually, the Zero Point is almost on the verge of imploding once again. And to his shock, the imagined order haven't been doing anything while he's been out on the field working his butt off, so understandably, he gets pretty upset.
Reality log doesn't even matter. What's the point of recording these logs if you're not going to listen? We've lost control of the Zero Point. Do you get what that means? You must not, because you're doing nothing. I've dedicated my life to the Order. I've given everything. And for what? To just sit back and watch reality end? It's not who we are. At least it's not who I am. Not anymore.
And just like that, he abandons the imagined order, turning his back on the organization he's dedicated his life's work to. He decides to take matters into his own hands. The Zero Point is on the verge of completely exploding, and this time the Seven isn't there for the imagined order to manipulate. So instead, John Jones takes matters into his own hands.
This is Agent Jones requesting access to restricted file 8752. This is Agent Jones requesting access to restricted file 8752. Really? No time to stabilize reality, but plenty of time to revoke my credentials. This is Agent Jones requesting access to all materials related to the Seven. Great! Okay, I can give you what I need. I'm just gonna have to take it.
Except the Seven are pretty angry at him for manipulating them during the end event. He has it all figured out though, so he turns his back on the IO for good and rushes to save the Zero Point in time. He has to get through all of the hunters he spent months recruiting, but luckily he gets there just in time. Now the Seven can't get to the island without help, so Jones sets his portal gun to their location and throws it into the Zero Point. The Seven receive his portal gun and use it to transport themselves to the island. The meteor crashes down, the door opens, and the Foundation is revealed.
रिमिटली से भारत में मैं अपने परिवार को पैसे जल्दी से और कम फीस में भेज सकती हूँ। आज ही रिमिटली ऐप डाउनलोड करें।
Look, I know you have no reason to trust me, but oh no. Hang on. Let's talk. I can get you to Jenno. And the sisters. I can get you all of them. But I need your help to fix that.
So Jones struck a deal with the Foundation, promising him access to Gino, the leader of the Imagined Order, and the Sisters, his trusted employees. We have yet to meet any of them, and we'll learn more about them in Chapter 3. But as per the deal, the Foundation helps John Jones stop the Zero Point from imploding. As it breaks down and is on the brink of tearing itself apart, the Zero Point brings all kinds of realities to the island, and it begins blooming like a flower. Jones says that he spent his whole life studying the Zero Point, but this is the first time he's really seen the true energy at the center of the shell. But unfortunately, the Foundation can't continue the blooming process. It is about to explode. There's only one option left. To contain the explosion, the Foundation seals himself and the Zero Point into a tower of stone. But for this to work, John Jones has to overload his portal device to truly contain it inside of the spire. And of course, with no portal gun, Jones will be trapped in the loop. But it's a sacrifice he is willing to make. The Foundation then seals himself in the Zero Point, and we are thrown into Season 6. The island becomes primal while the 0 point heals. John Jones is missing, and the imaginary are set up guards all around the spire to protect the 0 point. With all of our main characters taking a break from things, we're introduced to someone new, Raz. Raz is an explorer obsessed with learning the secrets of the spire. He claims it called to him in his dreams as a kid, so he does everything he can to learn about it. He begins by investigating the crystals of the spire after hearing the final reality log left by John Jones warning people to listen to the crystal song. Once you gather supplies and pickaxe the crystals for Raz, you hear a high-tech hum coming from them. Sure sounds like the Foundation is trying to communicate from within the spire. So he tries again. This time Raz constructs a device that can translate the hums from the crystal, and this is the message that gets decoded. So you get sent on a quest to talk to as many snapshots of Agent Jones that you can find, trying to get some kind of answer to all of this. Of course, most of the snapshots have no memory of anything and just can't help you. But then we come to Jonesy the First, a snapshot with a lot more than he lets on. After we defeat him in a duel, he reveals that the Spire and the 0 point inside of it can give someone a lot of power but exploit their every weakness. He warns us not to...
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and see you next time. Goodbye.